So this upload is highs and lows. This is after the subframe and putting in, also it's getting the engine started, or not started, and then started. Investigation, it was, I think, from end of September to middle of January, maybe. There was a bit down, a bit of downtime. So, hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you do. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Just a footnote on all of this is that the car is now running, and it is running well. We have still got a couple of issues, but it's been mapped safe. But safe is, I think, 22 psi, 1.3 bar, and still producing 335 horsepower. But yeah, there'll be more of that. After this, we'll go through from it running to what journey we went on with tuning, what happened, and all that kind of stuff. So it's good. It's not all sunshines and roses when you put a big turbo on a Mini. Decided to brave the weather today. Undone the top nut down there in the gearbox fill. Good tube. I'm going to fill from the top of this funnel. From what I've read, it should take nearly 2 of these 1 litre bottles of gear oil. So let's see how that goes. This feels like it's going to be quite a slow progress. So now we've done gearbox. It's on to oil. Going with this, which was recommended by Guy, the guy who built my engine. So let's get that filled up, and then we can move on to coolant. Right, here we go. Fluids are all in. Turbo feed pipes off. Shoved it in there. Fluids in. Let's put the battery on for now, just to see. This is the real scary bit now for me, I think. We're out of gear. Oh. Will it fire? Have I been successful? What do we think? Ready? Oh, no. Car's dead. Hold on, 1 sec. Right, I didn't put the battery on properly. Let's try again. Because we've got no sparks. Let's try again. Oh, what have we got? Anything? Let's have a look. We'll take all these off. Make sure they're disconnected. Oh, boom. I've probably made mistakes here. So let's just drop them off completely. Right, we got anything coming out of there? No. Right, let's try again. This is scary. This is so scary. Stop that. We do it in little bursts. Right, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Let's see if we've had any oil coming out of there, have we? No, I just realised I was putting you back in my face then. Right, let's try another quick one. Stop! I'm going to come back to this when we've got oil. We have oil! I just had a look, we've got oil. So, just going to connect all that up, get the spark plugs in, put the injectors in, and we'll see if it fires up. This is so exciting. Right then, we have spark plugs in, we've connected the injectors. Will it fire? The exhaust isn't connected, so it might be noisy if it does fire. But I am getting so excited. Are we ready? It's wanting to go. Get fuel in, get fuel in. Oh. Hang on. First fire up. Is anything leaking? Not leaking fuel or anything down here, are we? No. We go again. Fingers crossed. Try again. Oh. After all that excitement, no fire. So I have to have a look. Smell of fuel after you turned it over a few times, but nothing, no fuel seems to be leaking. I've felt all underneath to investigate, see if we've got a spark. More alarmingly, when I had a quick look underneath, I've got oil coming down the front, so looks like it's going to have to be a dump the coolant again, take the front end off and have a look, because the thing I can think of is there's a nut I've put on the front of the oil filter housing. Oh, sorry, a bolt in there, and it's got a copper washer in, but there seems to be a bit of oil coming out of there. For how much is running down the front, I can't see, it's just that, so I'm going to have to check the oil feed as well, I think. But to do that, because it's so tightly compact in, I'm going to have to take the front end off. So, and to top it all off, it's just started raining again, so let's end this one and come back hopefully when the weather's nice and I've got a bit more time to sit and play. So we've got Jack sent us a map to let the ECU to know to look for that fire. Let's try. Oh, how are we gonna go? Let's have a look. I can smell fuel. And it does it! It's at this point, I think I started to lose my mind. This here is me plugged into the car, not really knowing what I'm doing, not knowing what I'm looking at, just pure desperation, filming a computer screen to send to some people that I thought might be able to help. Yeah, so there's a fair amount of this coming up. I'll try and speed it up or shorten it. So, jobs I can see I need to do. Need to bolt in the headlight level sensor properly, to reconnect the anti-roll drop link, make sure the subframe is all torqued back up again. So right now I'm talking myself through a list of jobs on a video so that I don't forget when I come back to them, because this is now October, when I was getting ready to go away with my caravan. Fill the coolant, bleed the coolant, need to buy some coolant. Bolting stuff up to be able to put it on its wheels and push it in the garage and forget about it until I was brave enough to try and get going at it again. Connect all the headlights, fit them, sort the panel out around the front, possibly trim it back to get around the intercooler hoses, get it to start. Need to change the crush washer on the oil feed from the engine to the turbo. Need to get it started. Need to connect drop link on the driver's side. potentially need to have a look at a new outer CV joint, if that's still putting out some rubbish. Fit the wheel arch liners, connect the exhaust up, 3-inch feed band clamp. I'm just going to measure that, make sure it's the right size, get it started. And there's 2 wires that I'm not sure which way around they go on the boost solenoid, so I'm just going to work that out, get that connected as well. Battery tray needs sorting. I think that's it. Don't worry, this isn't a machine gun, this is me speeding everything up, like I said I would, because it's long. So we skip forward now. This is the 19th of January from beginning of October, when I felt brave enough to come out and start having a look, and finally admitting that maybe the guy that built the engine didn't time it right. So this is where it starts to get good. I have turned the engine by hand down here with 18mm socket onto there. See under here, where are we? Can you see the pin? Oh, you can see it. There's no light, but up there is where the pin's locked in. We've got our first part of the camshaft locking tool on, and here is the second, which obviously won't fit. That's just not gonna fit, mate. It's like what's it, square peg in a round hole, but that should go over there, and then that will go on to that, and that will go on to that. So now I'm just gonna have a quick look down here, and we've got the Vanos and the tensioner there, so I'm just going to whip them off, and then hopefully that will slacken the chain enough that I can maybe slip it off that gear a bit, or try and slip it off that gear, and then hopefully we can rotate this that way, because I don't know if you can see in there with the light and the shadows, this curve here is supposed to be facing down, which would make that the top, and then that can go over the top of it. So here we go. Right, here we are. It's a big boy. Let's take that off. So there you have it, YouTube. The tensioner has come out, which means the chain then went nice and slack, which is cool. Then handy thing is, like this oh sorry, I didn't show you that, I wasn't looking properly. This here fits on there, look, on those gears, so I was able to use that to try and pull it round, which is quite nice. And then now look, it slots. I can bolt that up and they're held perfectly in place, and then we can go back to what we're doing here, which is quite nice, and then take it all off. So yeah, next bit, let's go. So here we are. We're turning the engine by hand, and this is down cylinder 1. So what we've done is I've took the lock tools off now, got the lock tools on, we slackened all the tensions here, turned that so that the square bit was at the top and here, and that now should be perfectly in time because the timing tool said it was. Right, so tensioner in, that's on there, and I'm just going to turn it by hand a couple of times and see if we can hear or see anything. So put the ball scope down there, one sec. Right, let's have a listen. I don't know what that click was, but that was right at the top of... Is it right at the top? So is it coming up any further? No, it's not. Hang on, where did the click come? The click sounded like it come from down here somewhere. So, we go down, down. There, that click. What is that click? Right, ready? Listen. There's a bit and then hang on, try again. Click. How's that? Down, just click. Coming back up. Right, hang on there. Let's have a look at the lobes. See what they're doing. Hang on. Zoom out a little bit. So we're coming up to the top on the ball scope. And there we go. That slight little click noise. Where are the lobes at? So there we go, and that is now perfectly in line. Perfectly in line, and that is right at the top. So that's cylinder 1. That's good. Right, I think we're good, but I'm not an expert. So right, this is cylinder 2, and this seems to be down the bottom at the minute. So let's do this. We're going down. I can see that this lobe is going around that way, so I think when that comes into here we should have a piston at the top. So let's keep going. Look at that. Oh, it sounds good. Right, so now cam lobes are open, pistons at the top, so valves are closed, which is good. That's going round. It's now exhaust gas is open. Exhaust one's opening. Oh, this is good actually. Oh, this is brilliant news. Oh, so yeah. Oh, this is great. Right, so we're going again, going down. So this, the lobe on the exhaust now is coming around to the inside to meet, and the piston's coming to the top. It's the top. Lobes are now perfectly in line, and let me see. It's kind of obviously blurry because it's close. But now look, that's going back down, and the lobes are going out. So that's brilliant. Let's move that across to number 3 and put that down there so we can see this coming up and get blurry as well. I'll tell you what, I'm flipping enjoying this. Right, and then, right, so we're cam lobes are out, which means both valves are closed. So now we're going down. So we're on the way down, and we are pressing down now. We're on the way back up. Right, we're pressing down on the exhaust valves. Right, that's coming around, and now the piston's coming up. Exhaust valves closed. We're meeting in the middle on the lobes, and then now piston's going down as they've gone past there. That's brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So on the invoice from Guy, he's charged me 3.5 hours for measuring valve to piston. Don't know what that means. All right, we're coming up to the top. Hang on, up to the top. The lobes are perfectly in line. There is the piston, and now the piston's going down. Lobes are going out. You know what? I'm fairly confident that we're good. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put all this back together and see if we can go for first fire up, because that would be exciting. I've been dying, absolutely dying to hear what this car sounds like, because there's a 3-inch decat and a 2.75-inch resonated exhaust. I think it's going to sound epic. Here we go. Let's keep our fingers crossed. So, you join me now. I have removed timing tools. You've rotated the engine. Cam lobes perfectly, operating as they should. Brilliant. I've rotated the engine probably 3 or 4 times by hand. So I've gone. Brill. So now put the valve cover back on. We removed all, you know. So you now join me popping the spark plugs back in, and then put the coil packs back in, plug them back in, and then we shall see if it fires up. I am feeling very positive. If it doesn't work, I'm likely to go back down that older depression, and I might need to up my doses of testosterone, but hey, no, meds. Right, you join me in the car. Compression test completed. 150 within a couple of, like, within about 4 or 5 psi across all 4. So compression's good, right? So now let's see if it starts. Ready? Very nervous and very excited at the same time. Ready? We go in. Hang on 1 second. We're close. Oh, can you hear that? Phenomenal. Oh,
It's at this point I realised that
there was not an inlet manifold
on, and it was sucking in way too much air. Needless to say, I absolutely shat myself.
Brilliant.
And then we get to move under our own steam, even if it is into the garage and back out again.